Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 23 of my full platinum walkthrough for Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. This is it, the end of playthrough 1. We won't actually leave playthrough 1 at the end of this video, but everything will be done, and at the beginning of the next video we will literally leave it. So, we can see in the top corner, the first thing we've got to do is the Royal Rat Authority in the Doors of Pharos. I thought we could skip it, I completely forgot we need its soul to buy a spell, so we're going to go and do that quickly. I do apologise, it's going to take 2 minutes, so if you go back to the Doors of Pharos, the second bonfire, and then fight this big dog. It's such a bad boss. So first thing you want to do is kill these 4 little things. They give you toxic poisoning. If you let them bite, you can see it building up there. If all 4 of them bite you at once, you will get toxic. At this level, you should be fine to just kind of walk it off, to be honest. The dog itself is just infuriating because of the way it moves. It's probably best not to lock on and just try and hack at its back legs. The main thing it does is sort of a stamp like that, or a dash forward. Sometimes it does an acid, it'll throw up a load of acid, which is the stuff that damages your armour and rings, so watch out for that if it does that. But apart from that, I mean, look at the tracking on that, that was ridiculous. Trying to dodge past it, and it just... yeah. Even if you're behind it, it's going to get you. So there, just go for the... don't lock on, because it's all over the place. And then just try and hack at the back. I mean, come on, one more hit. Come on. There, right. No, yes, no, right. That doesn't look like it was dying then. Yeah, so that's 1 down. So that's done. Next thing we're doing is finishing the game, and then after that we're going to go and run around a lot, speak to all the merchants, get all the spells you may be missing, just clean up and get ready for the next playthrough basically. So we've just got literally just running through the game. That's all we'll have left for the next playthrough and the half one after that. So yeah, go back to Drangleic Castle, the first bonfire, and then go to the left. And this is the main door down to the bosses. So we're going to be fighting 3 bosses, one after another. Don't worry if you die, it's fine. The boss won't come back to life. So if you do the first one, then die, then you'll just go back to the bonfire and you can come and run down here and yeah, just take them on. They don't come back, you just carry on from where you left off. So we need the King's Ring, so put that on just to make sure the door starts to open up. Just check, there we go. And then we can get on and go for it. There can be 3 summons here, maybe 4. I've definitely had 3 before. 2's probably maximum. 1 might or might not be enough, but we will do a backup save at the end here. So you can just, yeah, watch out for her. There's the maiden. I always want to say the maiden. It's not, it's the herald on this one. She's going to speak to you. It's just the end of the story, really. So speak to her, and then we'll move on. So the first boss we're going to do is the Throne Watch and Throne Defender. It's 2, so having a summon can really help because obviously you're going to split them up, and you need to kill them at basically at the same time, otherwise one will heal the other, and yeah, you don't want that. So long old rundown here, and then we'll do a backup save mainly so we don't have to do this rundown. It's probably quicker to load the game. And yeah, there's going to be a couple of summons here. If you went to the head of Vengal and went to kill his body in the bottom of the area near the Scorpion guy in Shady Woods, then he will be here as well, the head of Vengal, or just Vengal. I don't actually know his name, I just know him as the head. He's not here because we didn't do it. It's not essential. 2 should be here. So I'm going to just do a quick backup save before we go in. Basically, because you want to get a summon with you on the first one, definitely. And you don't want to be burning through human effigies if you die. So we've got Bradley of the Old Guard, and then Benhart of Jugo. Doesn't matter if Benhart survives or not this time, we already have his trophy now, but this is another instance where he could potentially survive for you. So I'm just going to clean up. Repair powder is going to be needed, and then some sort of life gem can also help. And on we go. So Throne Watchers, Throne Defender. Throne Watcher is the white one, the female. And oh, I think it's a female, looks like one. Throne Defender, I don't know why it looks like one, it just kind of I don't know, maybe it's not actually, maybe it's 2 males, I don't know. Anyway, I think it's the way he walks. Anyway, off topic. Throne Watcher is the white one. Throne Defender is the big guy. You want to try and kill them at the same time, so do a certain amount of damage to one of them and then move to the other one, because like I said, if you kill one and wait too long, they will heal the one that's down, and then you'll just have to keep going. So try and get them down at a similar rate. So now I've moved on to Defender. Yeah, they're simple enough. This is why I mean, I'm nearly dead, but this is why we've got these summons with us, just to take the focus. If you've got both of these guys on you at the one time, then it's going to be a lot more difficult than it actually is this time around. You can just go for it and just wail on them from behind. Just watch out for any AoEs like that. Take down the Watcher, Defender first. And then quickly do Watcher. And that's it. That's fight number 1. So, the summons are going to stick around and they'll come into the next fights with you. The final fight is probably best without one. Unfortunately, Bradley sticks around. Ben Hart's going on his way out in the next one. But the next boss fight is Nashandra. She's the main sort of boss of the game. The last boss. So if you just stand around for a bit, cutscene will kick in and Nashandra will make her entrance. The first thing she'll do is put a lot of curse around the place. You can hit it and get rid of it. Don't worry if you get cursed, it's completely fine. We actually need to be undead for the second part of this video. So yeah, don't worry if it gets you. You can hit one and then the second one, because you can wait for the build up to run down. Or you can wear the curse bite ring, whichever, if you want to put that on. Yeah, so I'm cursed now. There is another one over there. But I'm just going to try and stay away from it and yeah, she's quite easy to fight. Even one-on-one, she's quite easy. Big scythe attacks that you can dodge, long swings like that, which are fairly easy to dodge, and just try and get behind her, get a few hits in. If you have friends with you like this, then you can just stand behind her and just go for it. The scythe should miss you, and just keep an eye on your curse. Here's, is this the AoE? Yeah, she does an AoE now and again just to get you back. But that's still, again, it's just not a problem. The lightning is Bradley, it's not her. No, don't look at me. So she will do, in a minute, she's going to put out another load of curse things, which is going to be a problem for me, because I get cursed a lot. You can go and run, hit them, get rid of them, if you want to, but I felt just like finishing the fight. I'm not bothered about having a big health bar for the final fight. It's simple enough. It's just her patience. Yeah, so I know she's doing it here, so she's got too much health for me to finish her quickly. This is because we've got 2 summons. So yeah, obviously be aware they will have a lot more health if you bring more than 1 summon in. It's definitely helpful for Throne Watcher and Throne Defender, but maybe not so much for Nashandra and the final one, which is Aldia. Oh, that's close. That's getting very close. Yeah, a lot of curse. I could have gone round and hit that. I thought I was going to be quick enough to get rid of her. That is not the case. Should have gone two-handed maybe. But there you go. That's her done. And then once you've done that, Aldia is going to speak up. And then you're going to move on to the Aldia fight. Bradley will stick around. This fight, so usually Nashandra would be the end of the game. But because we've killed Vendrick and done all of Aldia's stuff, he will be here. He's not going to be here in New Game Plus because we're not going to do Vendrick. But we've got to do Aldia this time. And yeah, you know who this guy is. He's the guy that keeps scaring us at the bonfires. You can't hit him. Well, you can hit him when he's on fire, but don't go and do it. Because you don't do much damage and you will take damage yourself. So the best and only time really is to hit him is when he's not on fire, which is when he teleports really. So the main moves he does is that sort of tree branch, this 4 orb one, which will track you. He's not going for me this time, so I'm okay with that. So the best time is when he teleports, stay away because there's an AoE, and then run in. Probably 2 or 3, I would double hand as well at this point, and I do too many, and then you will start taking burn damage very quickly if you hang around. This is a good one. If he does this one, because his fire will go away and you can actually see where the tentacles are going to come up, so you can just quickly run in and get a few hits in. Here's the fireball. It's going to track me this time. I've realised I'm right near the edge, so I probably shouldn't go that way. They don't do too much damage, and that was a bad time to try and heal. Not the cleanest fight, but I mean, just trying to get through it. I don't profess to be a boss master or anything. Yeah, just a couple of hits. I probably stay too... I'm trying to get greedy and always stay too long. This is the other one. It's a big... So it's another chance for you to go and you can get maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 if you're lucky. It does take a long time to charge. Then he's going to send it your way. The best way to avoid it is to run towards the screen like I just did. And then run to the left or right while it's moving. And then the last minute dodge. And it should miss you. It does have a big AoE explosion. It can hurt a lot. So be aware of that one. There's the fire again. That was bad timing on my part once again. So this is the final boss. If I run out of Estus, that's fine. And again, if you die while doing this, just you can run back down and do Aldia. No need to go back for the save. Just come in on your own and do Aldia alone. There's not much point of having anyone with you. I don't think he goes for it. I could have stuck around. It wasn't worth the chance, but yeah, I could have stuck around with that one. It's just a patience. It's a rubbish fight, this one. It really is. Patience and yeah, there's just not much to it. I mean, come on, I had no time to run in and get anything done then. There is another one he does. I think he's about to do it. Yeah, it's when he starts vibrating like that, big fire. Of course, Bradley goes and decides that's the best time to run in. It's the best time for me to heal, I think. Here's the good one to go in if you can see where the tentacles are going to go, and then you can run in. Probably a bit sooner than I did then, because it didn't leave me much time. Yeah, it's a tedious fight, this one. Luckily, we only have to do it the once. In New Game Plus, I will just be running through, trying to avoid as many encounters as possible with enemies. If I can run past them, I will. I haven't decided how the video is going to be recorded yet. I'm going to try and do it all in one go and see how long it is. If it's only a couple of hours, maybe it's not going to be 2 hours, 3 at the most, hopefully. I might just keep it as one video, but more than likely it'll split into a couple. Oh no, Bradley's gone. But it's just me and Aldia now. I think he goes for the charge. Yes, he does, which gives me more than enough time to finish him off. And that's it. So usually Dark Souls has a couple of... Well, it does have a couple of endings, but only one is tied to a trophy. I mean, all you need to do is finish the game. They aren't separate. So you finish the game, and regardless of which ending you choose, you're going to get the trophy, the Heir. So you have 2 choices. You can walk and become the king, or which is walk towards the igloo over there, or you can turn around and leave. So once the dialogue's finished, make your choice. Whatever it is, you can do the opposite one and the next playthrough. Light or dark. Those are your choices. So straight ahead is the one I'm going to choose, or you can choose to leave. It's up to you. So that's it for playthrough. Well, that's it for playthrough 1, almost. But with regards to the story and finishing the game, that's it done. So the cutscene will play out. Credits, which you can't skip, unfortunately, going to be really long. And then once the credits are finished, it will take you straight back to Majula, and you'll get the Heir trophy. And now to start New Game Plus, you would rest at the bonfire and choose New Game Plus. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go run around buying miracles, hexes, pyromancies, and sorceries. Lots of them. So we're going to go to lots of different traders here, merchants, and we're just going to pick up any that say held 0 in the bottom. Buy it. Do not spend your souls on leveling up. You should have nearly 150,000 at this point. We're just going to run around and buy all the missing stuff, and then at the end of the video I'm going to show you exactly which spells you should have. You should have only 7 missing from New Game Plus and New Game Plus Plus. So yeah, we'll go to Carillion next. So we went to the Stone Trader, then we'll go up to Carillion here, buy anything that we don't already own. By the time this video goes up, the list should be live and it'll be in the description on my website, and you can check any that you're missing. But I will go through it again, like at the end. I'll show you exactly which ones I have. I won't tell you where to get them all, but I'll show you what you should have up until that point. If the list isn't up, feel free to leave a comment and I'll help you out. But it should be in a couple of days around this going up. So we'll go over here. Speak to her. I've completely forgotten what her name is. Get all the Pyromancies. And then we're going to go and... So we've got this side mission to do. Do you remember the guy in Aldia's Keep that I said don't really speak to him, or whatever you do, don't free him? We're going to do his side missions, which involve killing 4 NPCs. We can get away with killing all but... saving all but one. So if you run over to Gilligan here and buy the ladder miniature, this is basically proof that you've killed him, apparently. I mean, it's either that or it's proof that you've got 7,999 souls. But yeah, buy that. And we're going to come down here. We've not actually come down here since we opened this place up, but Cale's going to be down here, the map guy that we saved right at the beginning in Forest of the Fallen, Forest of Fallen Giants. Speak to him. You'll probably have to speak to him a lot because we haven't spoken to him before. Keep going with the dialogue and eventually you'll get Cura's map trophy and his gear. The helmet is what we're after. That is also proof that we have killed him because he's one of the targets. So it's Laddersmith Gilligan, him. It's going to be the Herald over there by the bonfire. We already have her feather. And then one of them which we're actually going to have to go and kill later on. But we'll do that. Do we go and do that now? No, what do we go? No. Next we're going to... sorry. Next we're going to go and turn in all of the Covenant stuff we're doing, all that farming. So go back to Belfry Sol in the Iron Keep. I'm going to go up. I've already done it. Hopefully you've done it already. Got the 30 kills with the invaders. You may need to join the Covenant again. If you are already, then it doesn't matter. But join the Covenant again. Press yes. Then if you have the 30 kills, then you're it'll deepen. And you should get the spell Hidden Weapon. Now I'll just give a shout out. So yeah, it says it's deepened then, so you keep talking to him. And then you should get Hidden Weapon. Yes, Hidden Weapon. That means you're at level rank 2. I'll just give a shout out to Darth Gragus, who appeared, one of my subscribers appeared while I was farming. Completely coincidental. Had no idea I was on and I had no idea he was on. But he disappeared before we were able to fight and duke it out. He didn't realise it was me because I use a separate account when I do these recordings. So unfortunately we couldn't fight. But there you go. I told you I'd put it in. Yeah, so that's it. That's that Covenant done. And then we're going to go and do the Sunlight Covenant, the Sunlight Medals. Should have 30 of those by now. And that's going to be in Harvest Valley. There's that one that gets away from me. And it actually doesn't fall down the hole. I realised at the last moment I could actually get it. But it doesn't matter, but it gets away from me. Again, because of course he does. And then we're going to run around. You can see at the top there we're going to get the Sunlight Parma, the Sun Sword and the Sunlight Spear. That's the main thing we're after, the Spear, the Miracle. So you get every level, you'll rank up every 10 that you hand in. So for 10 you'll get the Sunlight Parma, for 20 you're going to get the Sun Sword, and then for 30 you're going to get the Sunlight Spear, which is what we're after. Unfortunately, you can't dump them all at once. You have to give them individually, and it takes a good 5 minutes or so. I'm obviously not going to do that. I'll show you how to do it the first time, and then I'm going to skip ahead, and you're just going to see me hand in number 30. So you're not going to see me get the Sunlight Parma or the Sun Sword, but you will get them along the way. So yeah, 30 Sunlight Medals. You will need to join the Covenant again, so enter the Covenant. And then just start sending them. It's so stupid. Offer Sunlight Medal. Yes. And then it will say Covenant has deepened. Offer Sunlight Medal. Yes. And it'll just keep... No, the devotion has gone up. That's right. So I've skipped ahead now. And that was going to be the final one. That's number 30 handed in. And there's Sunlight Spear. So yeah, that's going to take a while. But that's it. That's all the Covenant stuff done. So I'm just going to... get my feather out and start teleporting around, and we'll go and do some more of the merchants buying spells and things like that. I'll take you to each one so you know where everybody is, and just make sure you buy every spell that you have you can buy that you don't already have. So we're going to go back to see the Forgiver. I'm forgetting his name. I want to say Carillion. That's not him at all. To go back to Tseldora, this guy up here, Pardoner, that's the guy. he has a few. A lot of them do sell similar to each other, but I'll show you where all of them are just in case it is something missing for whatever reason. He's just got a couple of the ones we need here. So that's everything else ticked off. That's him done. And then we're going to go back to Iron Keep and speak to the jester looking guy at the beginning there. Of course, don't forget to join his covenant if you've not already done that. You should do that with the Petrified Dragon Egg. I did show you when to do that, so you should already have that. This guy here. So he just has Fall. You can actually get this from Ornifex as well. I will show you where, remind you where she is. I'll do that after we've cashed in all of the boss souls for boss souls for spells, and then you can go to her and cash some in for weapons if you like, because you'll be clear after this video to spend or use them however you want. The only souls that we need after this we can find in New Game Plus, or we can only find in New Game Plus. So any you've got after this, definitely do whatever the hell you want with them. The only reason I've not told you to do it up until this point is that I don't want people getting confused and accidentally using them. Although you can get them again in New Game Plus. It might be one of the ones we're not going to go and fight, because there are a lot of bosses we're going to skip. So Megafold, buy, see what he's got. And of course, if you want to buy any consumables, right at the end I'm going to go and buy some repair powder, quite a lot of it. That's the only consumable I'm bothered about having. But if you want to buy stuff along the way, of course, go and do that. Now we're going to go and join another covenant. There may be a chance you already have Fire Whip, but you purchase it from the Dwarf Covenant guy in Undead Purgatory. So we'll just go and do that. You may have it. I think it's a random drop from one of the dwarfs up in Belfry Sol. I think they can randomly drop Fire Whip. But if you didn't get it, you'll need to come here and buy it from this guy. You will need to join his covenant again, so keep talking to him, keep saying yes. Join the covenant, and then you'll be able to buy stuff from him. We didn't join the covenant originally, we just got the trophy for this one. So if that's the case for you as well, you'll also get the Crest of Blood, which is a ring. Not interested in that whatsoever. And then if you talk to him, he will have a few things for sale. Some pretty cool looking armor there. I didn't realise he had that. Most of it's PvP stuff we don't need. And then Fire Whip is what we do need. The Pyromancy. So that's all we need from him. So moving on once again. We're going to go back here to Huntsman's Copse right at the beginning, and speak to this guy. You need to have intelligence and faith of 8. You should have more than that. If you don't, he won't speak to you and sell you stuff. But buy everything this guy has. Make sure you buy everything. Obviously, we're doing that with all of them. Just make sure you buy everything, because we're about to kill this guy. So even if you can't afford it, make sure you crack some souls and buy every spell this guy has. And then whatever you need, if you want any of this Dark Pine resin, the rings, then whatever. We're about to kill him. So most importantly, make sure you have all those hexes. But this is the 4th victim. If you have intelligence and faith at 20, he will give you his staff if you speak to him. But we don't, so we'll just kill him and get the sunset staff that way. And that's the 4 sort of prizes. So from here we're going to go to Strayed. This is our main guy. This is the guy we need to see in New Game Plus as well. So he's the one we're going to trade in. We're going to buy a load of spells from this guy, and then we're going to trade him a load of the boss souls for spells as well. So first we're going to go to buy, and then fill in any other gaps, so any that are 0. Buy them all the ones you need. It's going to get very expensive in a minute. One of the ones we need to buy is 45,000. So of course, just crack a few souls if you need to. So they're all the purchased ones. Just going to re-go over them. And then we'll go down to trade. He does boss weapons as well, but we're not interested in those. It's these that we're after. So we're going to use all of the boss souls. You can see at the bottom what it requires. It doesn't say whether you hold them or not. You shouldn't have them. I mean, you can't have had them. So the Rune Sentinel soul. And then the Scorpioness Najka. Velstat soul. The Royal Rat Vanguard soul. So that's why we had to go. I completely forgot it's both of them. The Royal Rat Authority, which we just went and did. I forgot it was both. I thought it was just Vanguard. The Giant soul. The Dark Lurker's soul. And then we're just going to have to back out and get myself some more souls. Because I need 45,000 for the final one. Which is the one we've just got in the most recent... sort of in the DLC, which is Nadalia's soul. $45,000. Now, after you've got all of these spells using all of these boss souls, you are free to spend the rest of the boss souls however you like. So if you want more souls to level up, then go for it. If you want to mess around with boss weapons, then go for it. So once you have this one here, this Pyromancy, using the Soul of Nadalia, then yeah, make sure you've got all of those. And then you can go back to trade and do weapons if you like. And I'll also just run back to Ornifex. You can check. You should have all of her spells. I don't need any. And I kind of wish I hadn't gone back to her here, because I make a complete mess of it with these spiders. So if you go back to the bonfire that we opened up in Seldora with the spiders, yeah, this does not. I don't know why. I don't know what goes on here. I nearly die, and then I can't. It's just embarrassing, really. Start panicking because the spiders are about to kill me. Look at that. I mean, where's that? It was one of the spells. The spells are coming in from the back as well. And then the track that can't get round with the track. I don't know what the hell was going on. That was just a simple room of spiders. Yeah, and these guys are just going to keep shooting those spells, which is fun. And then you have more spiders. I mean, I could have just told you where she was. You know where she is, Ornifex. Breaking down the doors. Just leave me alone. I just want to speak to this bird. Those spells will keep coming in as well. They won't get you if you speak to her. I'm just checking. I didn't think the spiders were going to come in anymore, but they do at the last minute. That was close as well. Do not do what I just did then and swipe near Ornifex. You don't want to have to go to the partner and ask for forgiveness. Just checking. Yeah, we're clear. Okay, so you can go to buy here. Make sure that she's got no spells that you need. We shouldn't have, because we got it from Maga, whatever his name is, in Ironkeep. I've completely forgot Magafold. Yeah, you've got lots of boss weapons to choose from here. Obviously, some of them you can't get, but a lot of them you can. And yeah, that's it, really. We've just got a few other things, which is the last final thing, should I say, which is the side mission stuff with the naughty guy who wants you to kill innocent NPC. Well, they're probably not innocent. Aldia's Keep. That's where we're trying to go to. We're going to run in. We've already got the four things that can prove that we've killed everyone, so we can just keep going through his dialogue and do it that way. The Dispelling Ring is actually quite good. The first thing that we get, it ups your resistances on everything, just by a bit, but on everything. So this is why, if he doesn't speak to you, it's because you're human. You need to be undead. So this is why I didn't mind getting cursed in the boss fight, because we needed to be undead to speak to him. He won't speak to you if he's human. He has a thing against them. That's why we're having to kill them all. So we're going to run down, and then we're going to go through all... Well, I'm not going to go through all of his dialogue. I will be showing you along the way. So speak to him. And whenever he asks you a question, make sure you answer yes. So the first thing he's going to say is, do you want to help me kill some people? Then you're going to answer yes. Then he's going to say, the first one I want you to do is Gilligan. We already have the ladder miniature. So once the dialogue is finished, then restart it. So go back to talk and he'll say, fine work, because we already have it. And then after he's... the price for that one is the Dispelling ring, which he's going to give you. So there's 4 in total. So straight from that, he's going to go on to his next mark. So you're going to have to go to talk to him again. And his second one is Cale, the map guy. So we already have his helm. So go to yes to accept the mission. And then go to press X on it again. And then cash it in and you can get Simpleton's Spice. That's for Cale's helmet. You still keep the items, don't worry, you don't give them to him. He's going to say he wants you to do one more. Felkin, that's the guy we just killed, the Hexer. So, of course, what do you say? Yes.
Yes, very good. But he will be formidable. Be cautious.
He will be formidable. Kind of wasn't, but okay. So, yeah, we already have his staff. So, that's another one ticked off. And then we've got the final one. So this one, he's going to give us the Forbidden Sun Pyromancy. So that's obviously something we do need.
Now let's discuss something of importance.
And then the final one, he wants you to kill the Herald. Which kind of makes me want to kill him, to be honest. But we need him for a spell. So just go along with it. He's going to ask you for the Aged Feather. So yes, of course, choose yes.
Yes.
And then he's going to say, yes, that's the feather. And that will be all of it. He will give you Unleash Magic, which is the sorcery we are ultimately after. That and Forbidden Sun is why we did all of this. And then he can sell you stuff as well. But that's it. That's all for just 4 of them.
What do you require?
And then you can use him as a merchant. He doesn't sell much, but he may sell a couple of spells you might need for some reason. Some armor, arrows. If you want to do the farming on New Game Plus Plus, you might want to get some bonfire aesthetics. I'm not going to be doing that to get through to the middle part of the game, but if you consider you may want to do it, then maybe buy some. You should have more than enough already. It's not fun doing it that way. We're just going to run through really quickly in New Game Plus Plus. There are obstacles in New Game Plus and New Game Plus Plus. New Black Phantoms and things like that get put in your way, so it does kind of roadblock you running through all the way. New surprises, which I do like. If you're going to do New Game Plus, add new stuff. But when you're trying to just run through it, it can be quite annoying. So the last thing I'm going to go and do here is I'm going to go back to Dranglake Castle, and I'm going to go and speak to the front guy, the invisible ghost, and I'm going to buy a load of repair powder just because I don't want to run out. I've probably got more than enough by now that will last me all the way through to the platinum, but if you haven't for any reason, I'll just show you can come here and buy some, and I probably would if you're using the same weapon, definitely, or a frail weapon, anything that breaks pretty easily, which this butcher knife can do. Or just any weapon, really. It's always good to have repair powder on you. Nope. And speak to him. And he sells an infinite amount, so you can buy as much as you like. So all these souls here we've got. If you want to do the farming on New Game Plus Plus, then save all of your boss souls up. You can crack them all for roughly 1 million. But you need 3 in total, so that's another 2 million you're going to farm, have to farm. So yeah, infinite amount of repair powder. I'm just going to buy 14. I've already got 18, but I'm definitely not running out. Lucky number 32. What are the chances? That ring helps with degradation, but I don't want to replace it with anything else. I'd rather just have repair powder instead. Bunch of weapons. So at this point, we are done in New Game. We're done. That's all I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to run back to Majula, and then I'm going to go through every single spell that you should have up until this point. There should just be 7 missing. You obviously won't be able to see which ones you're missing, but there are just 7 more that we need to get. So if you want to do any bosses, go and do the DLC, go buy things from anyone, then now is your chance, because in the next video we will be moving on. So we'll go back to Majula, and then I'll go through, cycling through every single one. There's a lot, a hell of a lot. So if you go to your inventory and go to the spells, you've got Soul Arrow, which is a basic one. Great Soul Arrow, Heavy Soul Arrow, Great Heavy Soul Arrow, Homing Soul Arrow, Heavy Homing Soul Arrow, Homing Soul Mass, Homing Crystal Soul Mass, Soul Spear, Shockwave, Soul Spear Barrage, Soul Shower, Soul Greatsword, Soul Vortex ×2, Soul Bolt, Soul Geyser, Magic Weapon, Great Magic Weapon, Crystal Magic Weapon, Strong Magic Shield, Yearn, Hush, Fall Control, Hidden Weapon, Repair, Cast Light, Chameleon, Unleash Magic, Soul Flash, Focus Souls, and that's all the sorceries, Heal, Med Heal, Great Heal Exert, Great Heal, Soothing Sunlight, Replenishment, Resplendent Life, Caressing Prayer, Force, Emit Force, Heavenly Thunder, Lightning Spear, Great Lightning Spear, Sunlight Spear, Soul Appease, Magic Barrier, Great Magic Barrier, Homeward, Guidance, Sacred Oath, Unveil, Perseverance, Sunlight Blade, Denial, and Splintering Lightning Spear. That's all the miracles. Fireball, Fire Orb, Great Fireball, Firestorm, Fire Tempest ×2, Chaos Storm, Combustion, Great Combustion, Fire Whip, Poison Mist, Toxic Mist, Acid Surge, Lingering Flame, Flame Swathe, Forbidden Sun, Flash Sweat, Iron Flesh, Warmth, Immolation, Fire Snake, Dance of Fire, and Outcry. That's all the pyromancies. Dark Orb, Dark Hail, Dark Fog, Affinity, Dead Again, Dark Weapon, Whisper of Despair, Repel, Twisted Barricade, Dark Greatsword, Recollection, Scraps of Life, Dark Storm, Resonant Soul, Great Resonant Soul, Climax, Resonant Flesh, Resonant Weapon, Lifedrain Patch, Profound Still, Promised Walk of Peace, and Dark Dance. That's all the hexes. Don't worry if you don't have doubles, just make sure you've got one of each. Right, that's it for New Game Plus. We're going to go on to New Game Plus in the next video. So, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.